Naibili Vatunisolo and welcome back to Women's Sports Center. Today we have a very special guest with us. She is known for her resilience, hard work, dedication, and not only has she competed in high-level competitions, she's also won medals. She also has won medals at world stages. Please welcome Naibili Vatunisolo.
Valavina, my name is Naibili Vatunisolo Tangivakambau, and I'm 35 years of age, originally from Balambelong, Baravinandronga, and Siamatanilings in Nandronga as well. And I represent Fiji in the sport of para-athletics, excelling in the field events, shot put, javelin, and discus.
So, Naibili, tell us a little bit about how your journey started. Who inspired you to compete in competitions, especially the throwing event?
So my sporting journey started way back in 2016. I was being introduced into sport by Coach Fred. He's also my mentor. He introduced me into the sport of athletics. Firstly, it was shot put. For me, basically, way back during my high school days at John Wesley College, and none of the sport, I don't even know any sport about field events such as shot put. So when I started throwing, it was like 4 meters, that's the distance of how far I can throw. Then suddenly I feel like giving up, so I asked Coach Fred, I don't want to compete in any games. But he kept on pushing me to continue with my sports.
And what were some keys, advice that he had given you that helped you pursue that career, that competition mindset?
So one of the, one of the advice or one of the things he usually told me was to look at Ilyas and Delana. Yes. From winning gold in, probably that's the first gold won by one of the para-athletes. Yes. And that inspires me to continue with my sporting journey. Yes.
And then can you share a moment or an experience that you've come across that led you to joining the para-athletic?
When I started compete in 2016 during the Melanesian Games, that was like my first medal ever won.
How did you feel? That must have been so exciting.
Yes, I was a bit proud, and then I look at my distance, I just feel like, oh, this is not enough for me because of my build and my height. And by throwing that 4 meters, does not even match my...
So then, what were the early days of training look like for you? What were they like for you? Before, like building up to that. So then you weren't satisfied with what you were throwing. So then what training?
So every day I have to go for training. So sometimes I have to walk from the place where I live to the stadium and then back home. And then, some of the...
And then with your mentor, who were some of the people or maybe family members that were supporting you through that journey?
My parents, my mom and my dad, and my siblings, and also my relatives. They were the big support. They were supporting me full time during my training. Yes.
With your journey, you've had a success. You've competed in world stages. What were moments that were tough for you, some of your toughest days? Looking back at it now, what does it mean for you, for your journey?
One of during the World Championship in Dubai, it was in 2017. Yes, and I was like the only athlete that went to compete in that highest level. That highest competition level.
And it means a lot to you, right?
Yes, I was. I was very proud of myself. Because before I used to see, like during my school days, primary school days, I used to see the airplane flying. Then I was, oh my God, I wish someday, or one day I should go. But yeah.
Right.
But 2017, that was my first trip off to Dubai.
So representing Fiji, what did it mean to you?
Representing Fiji means, for me, just showing, something like I'm just representing my country, my pride and my nation.
Absolutely. Yeah. And many people see the medals and the hard work that you've, the hard work behind them. You mentioned a little bit about training. What does that look like for you in a week, building up to competitions? Do you train every day? Do you do gym and then you throw a little bit, or does it depend on your competition week?
So every day I went to the gym for 3 days, Monday, Tuesday and Friday. And then Wednesday and Thursday, going to the field for throwing practice. Yeah.
And then as a para-athlete, what challenges have you come across and how did you overcome them?
One of the challenges is the stereotypes. Yeah. And also, I just want to say one good example. Last week I had our Commonwealth Games and the Oceania Games trials. And then after the games, after the competition, one of our para-athletes, he's a male, and he was walking with the crutches. And there were 2 students from one school, and they were laughing at him. Yeah. So I was a bit sad, so I looked at them. So I went straight to them and asked, were you 2 laughing at, and they said yes. So why were you 2 laughing at? And one of them said, no, because we were looking at how he, and he said, why you 2 laugh? Is that what we were taught in your school? Try to be inclusive. Yeah. And then, that's it.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. I know you've come a long way from not playing any sport at all to representing Fiji in the world stage. Thank you for sharing your journey. We'll go ahead and take a break real quick and then we'll be right back to hear more inspiring stories from you. And welcome back to Women's Sports Center, back with Naibili. We've talked a little bit about your journey, where you began. We're going to jump into the challenges and a little more of just the mental and emotional side of your competition. How important is mental strength in your sport? I know for me, during the week, especially halfway through the week, when I think the hardest time for me during training is just waking up in the morning, to be honest. Like fighting to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. But just me pushing myself, I think that's where I know that's where I get my 1%. What is it for you? Is it the gym sessions, or is it kind of like arguing or debating with yourself what's,
Yeah, for me, also waking up in the morning at 5, because we usually had our training at home with my coach. Because when I was at home, like my place in Wapanga, I never woke up early in the morning, like 5. I would sleep, then I would just woke up during my time to go for training. So I have to wake up at 5, train, and then go to the gym. That's another, I just hate gym. Yeah. But
it pays off.
Yes.
And how do you stay motivated when preparing for big events? When the days where you get tired and you think, oh, maybe I'll just take today off, and then you think of, you have a competition coming up. What do you tell yourself, and how do you motivate yourself to stay in it?
So last year it was a Pacific mini games in Palau. Yeah, and then so I have to like balance everything, school and training. So sometimes I have to like miss one day of training, continue with my school, and then the next day have to come and then have to struggle again for
Resetting for another day,
yes.
huh? Yep.
But then when it comes to competition, by winning those 2 gold medals, it really inspires me and also motivates me to
keep going.
Yes.
And along those challenges, you have young girls that they're role models. What is something that you wish that they take out of your journey along with them, that you hope that they see from your journey?
So every time our women steps onto the field and rows with confidence, she proves that those stereotypes wrong. Yeah. And, in rugby, we see the same in the same story. So women are stepping onto a sport traditionally, yes, dominated by men and showing incredible skill, teamwork, and resilience. And when persons with disabilities are included, it reminds us that sport is not just about winning. So it's about creating opportunities for everyone to shine.
Absolutely. And I think that that's so important because even just like athletes, like we have a hard time, like we think that we have, like the hardest days ever, and then we look at para-athletes and they're doing so much more amazing, and I feel like you hear less complaining from para-athletes than you do with us. But it's so important, and I know that a lot of young athletes are absolutely motivated and inspired by seeing all the all the athletes, what the athletes do, and can take something a little bit out of it. How can Fiji better support women and para-athletes, do you think? Even if it's like, I think it's probably more like either government or support from Fiji in general.
All I can say is that when para-athletes win a medal in that like international games, they are not like celebrated like Fiji rugby. Yes, they are like left behind.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So all we need is the support from the people. Yeah. Fiji and the government. Yeah. So I can see whenever Fiji rugby won a game. So when they arrive at the airport, Fiji government are there. So, but for the para-athletes, no. Whenever they came back from any competition, even by winning silver or bronze, only their family members are there at the airport waiting for them.
Absolutely. That's so important.
Yes.
I totally understand where you're coming from, and I hope that your voices are being heard, and I know it is. And hopefully in the future that is something that they see and they change as well. Outside of the field, you work so hard for competitions and training for competitions. What are some things that you like to do when you're not training?
So out of the field, whenever I'm not into training, I usually hang out with my families and friends with a bowl of grog.
A lot of grog. Yeah, you need that.
Just to
That's why they call it recovery.
Yes.
It's good. And then, what are some goals you're working towards next? Personally, school and sport. Do you have a lot of competitions coming up? And you're doing school, so balancing obviously is one of the hardest parts. But what does your future look like right now that you're working towards?
So we've got 2 main competitions coming up. This is the Oceania Games in Darwin and the Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games in Scotland. So my goal is to set a new PB
Yes.
for the Commonwealth Games and the Oceania. And for the Oceania, I'm trying my best to get qualified for the Glasgow Games. Yeah. So for the time being, I'm not in school.
Okay.
I'm just concentrate on training. So probably semester 2, then I'll go back to school and finish off with my studies. Yeah.
So what would be an advice to young girls and future athletes that are wanting to compete in the world stage? What would be one advice you would like to give them?
So my advice to young women and persons with disabilities is simple. Never let anyone tell you that sport is not for you. Whether it's throwing a shot put, running on the track, or tackling in rugby, sport is about courage, discipline, and pride. So every time you step onto the field, you're proving that strength has no limits. So believe in yourself, because when you show up with confidence, you inspire others to do the same.
Thank you so much for that. I know that was definitely needed, and we appreciate you taking the day out of your time to be on the show. I know a lot of young girls and women are inspired by your story, all the challenges that you faced, and we're excited to see what the future holds for you. Wish you all the best with all the competitions coming up, and no worries. And we'll see you around. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you as well for watching this episode with Naibili. I hope you are inspired as much as I am. Yes, so thank you again, Naibili, for your time. Thank you for sharing your story and your journey. And we have a short video for you, throwing back to awesome athletes who inspire athletes that we are now. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Life is like a race. It has its sprints, it has its marathon, it has its stop, it has its starts, it has its highs and lows, it has its challenges, and it has its rewards.
Moving at the moment, there's Mlesi pulled up alongside her. Whistle travelling well for the bronze medal, but Mlesi just too fluid over the last 20 odd metres. She's over for the gold. It is.
My name is Mlesi Bulbo. I'm an educator, I'm a trainer, I'm a coach, I'm a single mom, and I'm an Olympian. I'm from Nandamole village, Nwelevu East in the province of Vakunrove. My late dad is Semesa Bulbo, and my mom is Loraini Salombo. And I have maternal links in Ba, province of Ba, the village of Nanuku, Yakete. I'm a single mom, and I have 3 boys. My oldest is Eminoni, and my twins, Semesa and Tupeni. I was born in Nandi Hospital, and I grew up in Namaka. In the first 10 years of my life, I attended kindergarten at the Serevi kindergarten, and started my primary school years in Namaka Public School, and completed that in Dilkusha Girls School. Then I went to Lilin Memorial School, and completed my secondary school years in Natambo High School. When I finished from there for tertiary, I went to USP and studied education and biology. So I became a teacher and taught for 10 years in only one school, Sulu Grammar School.
Mlesi, how long have you been coaching and why did you want to become a coach?
I've been coaching for the past, I believe, 20 plus years. I started coaching because I knew I had a talent, and I wanted to share my experiences, and also to empower young athletes and especially young girls in their athletic career, and contribute to that. So at that time I just started off in Solo Grammar School, 2001, and that was motivation for me to coach, and I used that space. Being a teacher, I had the athletes there, and that was a way to share with these young athletes and girls my experiences and my knowledge about training. Even though I was at a very, still young in coaching, but that is how I started. And along the way, I faced a few challenges, especially when you are a female and you're going into that space where the belief that it is a male-dominated space. So for me, the motivation was that to share my talent, to share my knowledge and experiences, and that didn't stop me.
Can you describe what a typical training session looks like for your team?
It depends on the phase of training. So, but mostly what common things that we do is running. We have running sessions. I add a bit of variety to it, change of environment. We go do some running in the hills, or we do gym, some strength work, body workouts, and also we go into the water and resting our legs and working out do the workouts in the pool.
Is there enough being done to encourage women to take up coaching? What needs to be done? If not, what needs to be done?
Women are already coaches. Like in the homes, that is where our coaching role started, like looking after our children. So coaching a sport that's just a different setting. I believe there are two sides to that about women, women participation in sport or women coaching in sport. One is the perception of women by other people, and the second one is not many women are putting their hands up to become coaches. So there is a need for a change in perception on women coaches, and also women we need to put our hands up to take up those roles.
Racing in the women's 100 metres final. Looks like May Kwame got to a fantastic start. Pulikiombo as well. May Kwame is shading at the moment. Mlesi Bulbo trying to hold on. She's closing on the line. Yes. And it looks like Whistle was in third place, but it was the strength of May Kwame that got her out. But as we expected, Mlesi ran it down and might have had enough just to tip her on the line. Bob, how'd you see it?
Thank you for watching this episode with Naibili. I hope you were inspired just as much as I was. This is Women's Sports Center with Asinate Serevi. We'll see you in the next one.